Benefits and salutations, people. I'm your friendly neighborhood Let's Player SpiderMwa. Welcome you back to Gabriel Night 3. As we left off, Gabriel's being chased by the night visitors. We found out that Montreux is definitely one of the vampires, and they definitely have the baby because of the car and the other people that recognized Gabriel as he tried to escape. And now we're gonna go back to Grace and see what we can find out around here. Pretty much we almost solved everything. It's just the treasure and the baby left. Every other mystery around this place has been pretty much solved.
Where could he be?
Being chased while he's just driving around in his motorcycle. Hopefully he can get away. You never know. Maybe he will. Well, let's start by going on Sydney, because there is still the mystery of the treasure. New email, huh? What do we have? Hermetical symbols. Ah. These are the symbols.
Mixed blood distills gold. Mixing blood to create the elixir of life. The Philosopher's Stone. Montreux and his pals are into some weird blood cult thing. I think they're the vampires.
Well, we already found out with the Gabriel that they are. But now there is, to mix blood to distill alchemical gold, aka Philosopher's Stone, aka Elixir of Life, aka the Holy Grail. Well, that's what everybody's always thought of Holy Grail, that the Holy Grail is the symbol, not just a symbol, but also it would be, if it was a real cup or a real grail, and if you drank from it, you would get the eternal life. Immortality. Didn't really work for Sean Connery's character Henry Jones in Indiana Jones movies, now did it? They lied. Well, anyway, let's check Le Serpent Rouge. We're at the last part.
I want to take a break from Le Serpent Rouge for a while.
Well, at least if you check that out, that part with the light bulb, it tells you what to do with the puzzle. And right now, it is absolutely nothing. We're done with it. Nothing happening around here, apparently. Alright, downstairs we go. Huh. What are you doing all alone here? Estelle? Enjoying a cup of tea?
Boy, Estelle looks exhausted.
I think you would be exhausted too after digging the whole day and just you. Nothing?
I heard Lady Howard mention some Egyptian artifacts that were found here.
I don't know what you mean.
But, Egyptian artifacts. We know that they're here.
If I show you my copy of Le Serpent Rouge, will you tell me about the Egyptian artifacts?
Follow me.
And also I heard the door. Somebody went outside.
Lily's having a bath. Oh, she's been so distraught lately. She hasn't been in the mood to talk about the mystery. Dr. Wen found these objects when he was digging here 20 years ago. He became convinced that the Wren mystery was deeply tied with Egyptology.
Huh.
He believes there's a seed of alien wisdom buried here, a seed similar to that planted in Egypt.
Huh. So, where did Dr. Wen find these artifacts anyway?
On the back of Mount Cardew, in a cave.
We've been there.
He said it headed off into further caverns, but he never got the chance to explore them before his accident.
So that's the cave
We
found.
Yes.
The Wilkes.
Didn't you know?
Oh,
That cave is on private land now. Not that it matters. It was just one of the many storage caves of the Atlanteans. The
Atlanteans?
seed itself is the real treasure. It was placed based on cosmic alien logic. Unfortunately, Dr. Wen's latest calculations still seem to be a bit off.
I'm not surprised. That cosmic alien logic's a bitch. Can I just look at the pictures, please?
Oh, of course. I'm sorry.
Oh, there's Giza. And the Sphinx. Yeah. What the?
What's this?
Yeah.
Dr. Wen never identified it. Odd, isn't it?
Can I borrow this photograph? I promise I'll get it back to you.
In exchange for Le Serpent Rouge?
Deal.
So we're totally done with the Le Serpent Rouge
Good
now.
luck, Estelle.
Thank you, Grace. Of course, I wish you the same.
Of course. Good thing we have a mutual understanding. Let's see if we can scan this photograph into Sydney and find out more about it. I mean, that object looked weird. It looked like some kind of pincers or something. Maybe it's an ancient tweezer for eyebrows? Let's see if we can put this in.
I can't scan that into Sydney.
Fine.
I have my doubts about Dr. Wen's seed, but
Me too.
this looks Egyptian, all right. It also looks like something a vampire might use.
A vampire? Huh. I get it. The markings on the neck. That would pierce the skin so they could bleed out the person that they have. Pop goes the weasel.
I don't think that would accomplish anything.
Okay, maybe I'll do it the other way around.
No, I don't see any sign of prints.
Except for yours, maybe. Okay, no Sydney then, but that is a very curious item. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe we should do a little search. Maybe just Egypt? No. Egyptian. Rise represented as a man with the head of a bird. He's the god of sun, and he's number 6. Schattenjäger Archives. Okay. Nothing then. I wonder what else we could do right now. Well, the only thing is just to go around the hotel. L'hotel. Let's see if anybody's having a dinner. Oh, there's our agents. I guess they're talking about all the kind of stuff that they've discovered together.
Hi, Grace.
Hi, what are you guys doing?
Oh, we hold the Ecumenical Conference of Spies.
However, we already have one American present.
Not the one you want, though, huh? Oh well, can't win them all.
Bit.
Where is Gabe, by the way? Any news?
I haven't heard from him. I'll let you know if I do.
I'm sure he's around. You know, if you go to the road, you'll see him whisk past very fast. You almost said the B word there. Did I hurt your feelings that it's not Gabriel, instead it's mostly? And talking about a bed.
I've already got one.
We already have Estelle's fingerprint? I thought we did. Okay. Since we do. Oh, it was Emilio. Now stop walking and let me click on him.
Maybe I should just follow him.
Maybe we should. I don't remember
I
seeing...
wonder where he's going.
Yeah. He's never walked any further than the hotel. Going to the church, it seems. The music is definitely telling us that something is going on with Mr. Baza. Are you gonna go see the Abbé? Huh. What? Isn't that Prince Stuart's aide?
Please.
The reverence is not for you.
I know that.
You should not be here. You should not be anywhere near this place.
They do not know I'm here.
You had better hope not. We have enough to worry about with the baby.
Has there been any confirmation that he's the Kanosh Kanaya?
No, the signs are ambiguous. We won't know for certain until he's old enough to show his will.
But if you do not know, they cannot know either.
I'm certain they do not, but they will take his blood anyway. And it may be enough.
Enough for what?
We must stop them.
How?
Uh-huh.
You have been watching Mr. Knight?
Yes, you were right about his family. He has his own destiny to fulfill in all of this. And the girl has found the entrance to the temple.
It
We
may
have.
be too late. We're almost out of time.
Not until midnight. I have tried to prepare them as best I could, but it is almost cruel to send him in.
Do you foresee something?
I have told you, I will not foretell the outcome, but the forces arrayed below will be terrible.
He will not be sent alone. When can we start?
Give me time to speak with him. I will call you at the villa.
Very well. Till then.
So Emilio is the one that has been putting down those letters and pamphlets, or what, notes. All those notes that we've been finding in those locations. You know, he pretty much admitted that right then and there. But why would the aide bow or kneel before him?
Oh my god, what is going on?
Good question, that's what I'm wondering too. Of course I do know, I'm just acting. This is called acting. I know what's going on. I know this game. I remember everything about this story. I'm just acting. I'm just fooling all of you that, hey, I wonder what's happening here when I know exactly. I just want to act along with it because otherwise I might spoil things.
I cannot believe what I just overheard. I'm not even sure what I just overheard.
You overheard that Emilio admitted being the one helping you with this Le Serpent Rouge. And it has nothing to do with aliens, that's for sure. Because he certainly doesn't look like an alien. Let's keep on following him. I think he's going back to his room. Now that is not the way people walk upstairs. That was really white-legged. Looked weird. Well, unless you are bow-legged. You don't look bow-legged. Let's get some answers out of him, shall we? Oh, don't click outside.
I think it's time we had a talk, Mr. Baza. You left that copy of Le Serpent Rouge at the museum for me, didn't you?
Yes.
And the little notes at the center of the circle and the arms of the hexagram.
Guilty as charged.
I don't get it. If you wanted to help Gabriel and I, why didn't you just be open about it?
Yeah, why not?
I must be very careful that certain people do not know that I am here.
You're part of the secret brotherhood, aren't you? You and Mesme.
You are correct about Mesme. He is with the Brotherhood, but I am not. I haven't been for some time.
And Montreux, he's one of the others, the ones who steal the blood?
Yes. They call themselves adepts of the holy blood, but they are vampires, pure and simple.
I don't understand. Why doesn't the Brotherhood just stop the vampires?
If you are to understand what we're up against, you must know the whole story. Listen.
Cutscene time. A long cutscene time, so you better sit down for this. Let's enjoy it.
The secret brotherhood are the weavers of the bloodline. It is a process intricately linked to the stars. The birth of the Divine One, the one the Brotherhood calls the Kenosh Kanaya, can only happen during certain planetary alignments with the constellation Osiris. Just over 2,000 years ago.
Great.
Was the last.
Gotta love it when cutscenes lag.
The Brotherhood was expecting something profound. They tried frantically to read the signs and omens. There were many branches of the bloodline, even back then. One was the House of David, and it was to this branch that the signs pointed. So the Brotherhood used their influence and a bit of magic to convince the current heir, Joseph, to marry his betrothed before the date prescribed by Jewish tradition. Mary conceived. The signs for the birth were auspicious, a conjunction of two planets, Jupiter and Mercury. This created a star, a certain sign of success.
Jesus.
But the Jewish king, Herod, heard of the birth of a Davidic heir and threatened the infant's life. The Brotherhood took the family to Egypt, and the young God was reared there, tutored in the ways of the infinite.
So Jesus was the Kenosh Kanaya?
Oh, yes. He was what we had awaited. The open portal between man and the infinite. The one who could see the fabric of the universe and alter it at will.
Wow.
But he was also a Jew. Jesus insisted on studying the Torah, learning his heritage. As he read the tales, he became convinced that he was the Jewish Messiah. From the Brotherhood's point of view, it was a limited ambition, and yet who were we to tell the Divine One what he was or was not?
What happened?
He returned to Jerusalem. A few of the Brotherhood went with him to watch over him. What we didn't realize, perhaps because we were not Jews, was that Jesus intended to fulfill the prophecies. All of them.
All prophecies? And they came to fruition, I'm assuming? I mean, judging from what happened.
What about the vampires? Where do they come in?
I will try to explain.
Yeah,
You
please
see,
do.
the Brotherhood collected blood samples for study and testing before they selected brides. There were certain magical rites performed.
So they knew about DNA before DNA was discovered?
There had always been rumors that some of these priests had dared imbibe the blood to steal power for themselves. Of course, such things were taboo, and when these rumors surfaced among the initiates, they were harshly scolded. But
I
when
think it's
Jesus
the
was being
subtitles
reared in
causing
Egypt,
it to lag.
there was a young initiate who envied his strange abilities. He began to whisper to his friends that to truly serve the Kenosh Kanaya, the priesthood ought also to be immortal, just like the Kenosh Kanaya himself.
Jesus was immortal?
In a sense, he could reweave the fabric of his body at will, just as he could those of others.
So he could live forever.
He could have healed his own wounds, but he chose to perform the sacrifice the prophecies demanded.
The
It
crucifixion.
wouldn't have been much of a sacrifice had he rescinded.
So what happened with the young initiate?
His name was Sinai, and one of the boys he persuaded was Ali, son of the Brotherhood's headmaster.
It's the lag that's getting to me.
Ali wasn't a bad boy, but he loved Jesus and liked the idea of living with him forever. Fortunately, he approached his father about it one night. When the headmaster heard of the heresy, he exploded. Sinai and his followers were expelled. Only Ali remained, having repented his ignorance. But Sinai and his followers didn't give up. Sinai grew bitter. He decided they would steal the blood. He kept his eyes on the conclave, but could never get close. When Jesus left for Jerusalem, they managed to keep it secret from Sinai. He did not arrive in Israel until
Keep it secret.
it was too late.
Keep it safe.
So Sinai's group, the Adepts, are still after the blood.
Even worse, they found it. Jesus had heirs, 2 sons. That was the one thing he did agree to do for the Brotherhood's sake. His sons were only human. They'd missed the window of Osiris, but they survived to have descendants.
Now the window is open again.
Yes,
Is the baby Charlie the Kenosh Kanaya?
we do not know. It depends on how well the vine has been woven. It depends on many things. Sadly, it may not matter. Where the Brotherhood has woven for 2,000 years, the Adepts have tasted. The bloodline grew too broad for the Brotherhood to protect each descendant every minute. And as the vampires succeeded in stealing here and there,
Stealing here and there.
they grew in power and
Grew in power.
corruption.
Corruption.
They will resort to anything for the
Resort
blood.
to anything.
Blackmail, murder, even black magic.
They've
So-
been mixing the blood as you have, but in their own bodies.
Exactly. And they've been doing it for so many generations that they have changed physically. It is a result of the blood, but even more, the result of corruption.
The
You
prawn.
see, the power they have is stolen. It is not theirs.
Well, that's how vampires work.
Even so, they are strong. The Brotherhood does not taste of the forbidden fruit. They're no match for the Adepts anymore. And the baby's blood may be enough to tip them over the threshold, even if he's not all we think he might be.
So, what will happen if they take his blood?
Montreux will be king of the world, Rex Mundi incarnate.
God.
That's not a
It's
good
Gabriel.
thing.
Thank heaven.
Thank heaven indeed. We've quite nearly run out of time. May we meet in your room, Ms. Nakamura?
Sure. Let's continue there. At 9 p.m. to midnight. This is going to be the final chapter. So tune in next week for the finale of Gabriel Night 3. At least I hope so. We'll just have to see how long it starts to go, but because the last moments of the game can take a long time, and I don't remember everything, so we'll just see how it goes. So once we get to where we need to go, we'll see. So either it's going to be finale next week, or it's going to be the penultimate part. But that's for then. So thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I hope you all have a good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and I will see you all next week. Next time, something. Take care, people. Bye.